This is the King of Average.
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 Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the King of Average podcast. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the King of Average podcast.
Welcome, Black. Welcome, Black.
Welcome, Black.
For sure.
That's how you know this episode is going to be flipping spectacular, dude.
Bumbakla, you know what I'm saying?
Bumbaklava or what?
Yeah, Bumbakla.
Oh,
All right.
Talk to me, dude. What's happening, bro?
I have a freaking question, bro. I just thought about the other day. But if you were to be any other race besides Arab, what would it be and why? What ethnicity?
I genuinely have no idea. Like, I know, you know what it is for me? I immediately just look at, like, who is genetically just different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, we're talking West African, right? We're talking Northern European. You know what I'm saying? Like, just people who just flipping tall, built, shredded naturally, just very, very athletic. Jamaican.
Would you be Jamaican?
Boom,
Just to say that?
21 baby mother. Real bad.
Yeah.
Just for that.
But
No, but genuinely, I have no idea. But that's like, if I were to have to choose,
yeah,
and it's not Arab, it would have to be somebody whose genetics are like just out of this world.
Yeah.
Hard to compete with. What about you?
probably like North Korean.
That is the best answer anybody could ever come up
Think
with.
about it. You're oppressed, so all there is to do is just work and die. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's a pretty easy life, bro. No, I'm just kidding. That's not freaking cool.
Yeah. I don't know how to give you a response there.
Dude, shout out North Korea, bro.
Shout out North Korea, yeah. Shout out to all of our viewers in North Korea. Somehow, some way, we're probably banned from them as well.
Dude, freaking Kim Jong-do is freaking on us right now. But we're in America, so we're chilling. But I guess to go to it, bro, do you want to get into the conversation?
Let's do it, absolutely. Today's topic of conversation is definitely a good one. I was actually even thinking this would be good to add on to the series, What Makes a Man.
Wow.
Talk about a throwback, huh?
Throwback.
Yo, how sick would it be if we like brought that back eventually? That'd be really nice.
Sick.
That'd be really nice. I mean, well, we can obviously expand on it, but like this time we can do it on video.
Oh,
Because the whole thing was shot
It wasn't
audio only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Nice. So something to think about, right? But today we're going to talk about the importance of being assertive, especially as a man, right? This is something that I'm not going to say I've struggled with, but it's something that I kind of just, it wasn't until very, very recently where I recognized, like, it's not just about, hey, you could be assertive, sometimes you can't, but like, whatever, just go with the flow. It's something that I recognize that being assertive, more often than not, is the preferred way to be, especially as a man. And the whole idea for bringing this into a conversation for today's episode, it really came up because of a conversation I had with a friend, and she was explaining to me about how she's had several instances in her life. We're not even going to call them relationships. It was more like she was getting to know someone, and they just ended up like, the whole thing ended up having like a weird twist at the end. And this is pretty much what it ends up being, right? They would be talking for a little bit, nothing happens, nothing's really too serious, but they're into her, right? And eventually it's like, they pull up to her work, waiting for her outside, for her to get off.
Romeo stuff.
Yeah, it's madness, right?
Can't be me.
Some other scenario happens, and like all of a sudden they're crying. It's like, dude, it's like the relationship is not even that developed. It's it's not even that deep, right? So she's explaining all of this to me, and I'm sitting there, and some part of me starts asking questions, because the thing is, like, some part of me was like, yo, dude, how do I put myself in that man's shoes, right? Or in that boy's shoes, rather.
What do you mean, that freaking man's heels?
Yeah, that man's heels, right? How do I put myself in his perspective in order to kind of just, team bros? How can I defend him?
Yeah.
Right? But obviously, it's like, immediately my mind was just like, that man has no respect for himself.
Yeah, obviously doesn't.
You know what I'm saying? So it made me beg the question, why is it that so many men don't have respect for themselves? They put themselves in this situation, especially with women, where they force themselves to disrespect themselves to then be disrespected by the woman, right? Because some part of their mind thinks, hey, I have a chance. I might get lucky here.
I'll tell you why. You want to know the answer? I'm not trying to dab you up, bro. Yeah.
No, I wasn't even. What's the answer?
Yo, what? The answer is, with society, all these girls, right? Society. All these girls are telling us we don't want a guy that's assertive or like toxic, because if you're assertive, you're some sort of like controlling, and you're toxic, and you're this and you're that. Well, we want a guy that's assertive, but we don't want you to be toxic and just overbearing and blah, 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 blah. The answer is, bro, we listen to women too much.
Way too much.
And guess what? They don't know what the hell they want to.
So I actually want to expand on that. I want to expand on that a little bit later, though.
Okay.
So let me finish. Let me get my point across here. So the question started off, why is it that men don't have respect for themselves? Why is it they can't recognize in a situation that they should not be there? So then it allowed me to kind of like dig a little bit deeper as I'm pondering these questions, and it made me arrive at this conclusion. This is what it is. Men need to be yes or no.
Yep.
We should never float in the realm of what if. We should never float in the realm of maybe. It should always be yes or no. I'm not saying everything in life should be black and white.
Yeah.
No. But in terms of making decisions, especially the significant ones in your life, especially when it comes down to women, you need to like, once you interact with a female, whether it's in a job setting, whether it's at the bank, whether it's at the masjid, whatever the case is, in school, whatever the case is, the moment you interact with a female, in your mind, you should immediately throw them in a category. Yes, I should pursue this. No, I should not.
But what falls under the no?
What falls under the no? I have no interest in you, so I'm not going to invest my time in you. I'm not going to invest my energy, my resources in you. Pleasure to meet you. We are now acquainted. I'm going to move on with the next thing in my life.
Yeah.
And I will not be distracted with you. You know what I'm saying? And that opens up the conversation of, can men and women be friends?
I love that.
Great conversation, right? But so, actually, no. So let's transition. This opens up the conversation. Can men and women be friends? Right? And honestly, in my heart of hearts, the answer is no. Right? I think you agree with me. I think most people agree with me. And this supports my idea. Why? Because when people went out and made videos and they were like, oh, can men and women be friends, blah, 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 and dudes were just like, oh, yeah, sure. Would you let your female friend, if she gave you a pass, would you hit? Almost all of them said yes. Yeah. Which means what? They're floating in that what if phase.
I know, bro. Men are opportunistic.
Men are opportunistic.
Give us a reason. Give us an opportunity. We're freaking there.
100%. 100%. But that's where, and women too, absolutely. But like, you know what? Let's talk about men. Why do men need to be assertive, right? Why? So the issue with this what if phase that men might sit in, oh, let me hang out with her. Oh, I'll buy her Starbucks, blah, blah, blah. What if she lets me hit? What if she gives me a chance? How much time are you wasting waiting for that opportunity? Yeah. How many times have you driven far out just to hang out with her, then to waste your money on her because she might hook up with me? That's not male behavior.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's bitch behavior.
Facts, dude.
Honestly.
You gotta say it.
And so the reason why men need to be assertive in this situation when it comes down to females, it's either yes, I'm going to pursue it, or no, I'm not. The reason why you decide no as soon as possible is because the longer you sit in that what if phase, the longer you're wasting time. And believe it or not, in that what if phase, chances are she's going to recognize she has you wrapped around her finger, so she's not going to respect you.
And talking about the whole...
And she's not going to give you the chance.
You tell a girl, do you want a man that's assertive, knows what he wants, or someone that's passive?
Mm-hmm.
For the most part, they're going to say that they want an assertive man. If you're always saying like, all right, baby, like, what do you want? Where do you want to do? Where do you want to go? What do you want to eat? Eventually, she'd be like, all right, that's pretty cool. But eventually it's like, yo, just shut up and just take me out the house and just go somewhere.
Have you ever
Do something.
Have you ever like almost gotten into like an argument because of that?
Like, explain.
Because it was kind of like the way the conversation goes, where it's like, oh, what do you want to do? It's like, I don't know, I'm cool with whatever. And then you're like, okay, well, I'm cool with whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, well then just pick something. Oh, you just pick something.
Yeah.
And so it almost like starts to tense up. You ever got into that situation?
It's so frustrating, bro.
Funniest. It's the funniest thing in the world because it's the most irrational thing ever. It's the most irrational argument you can ever get to.
Because we both know that, like, but it's gotta go anywhere.
But you're 100% on point.
Yeah.
Trust me. If you are, in a halal relationship or you're married or whatever, right? Those are two of the same thing. But even around people like your mother, people like your sister,
Get in the car. Bro, you know what? Get in the car.
Misogyny.
Yeah.
No. So whatever the case is, the point I'm trying to get at is simply this. I want you to look in a woman's eyes, right? I want you to pay attention to her body language. When you tell her what to do, rather than ask her what she wants to do, look at her body language.
You know what actually helps so much with that development at a young age?
Who?
The mom.
Okay.
A person's mother, a man's mother, helps so much about like assertiveness from a young age in a male's life.
Really?
In my opinion.
Talk to me. Explain.
My mother, I grew up saying that, hey, look, when it comes down to major decisions, right? When my father's not around, then she asks me, hey, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
So growing up, I wasn't ordering my mom around, right? Just my mom gave me that opportunity to be like, all right, like she kind of pushed me or led me to her answer or the best solution. But she guided me through it. So that way I was like, no, I think this is the best. And this is exactly why.
So you developed like a sense of confidence behind actually making decisions.
Correct. And so that way, next time or growing up, right, when I need to put like in a position of like being in a halal relationship, for example, or just any sort of relationship or like any sort of situation where I need to take control, then I'm like, okay, I'm ready. Let's do this, do that, do this, do that. You have to be assertive.
You have to.
So that's what I'm trying to say is like from a young age, I feel like the easiest answer is going to be your father, right? Your father teaches you and he leads by example. So as you're growing up, you're seeing him do whatever it is and say whatever it is in order to just guide the family.
Yeah, but you don't want to discount that the mom helps out a lot.
But the mom really does because the father's typically out in a very a nuclear family. You know what I'm saying? Like where the mother, assuming that the mother is staying at the house, taking care of the kids, and the father's out and about, taking care of the family. The mom's going to be with the kids. So the mom's going to be teaching us a lot about confidence, a lot about how it is to be in this world, about like manners and stuff like that. The father's going to be teaching too, but like we spent the the majority of our lives.
The mom definitely teaches more, where the father lives by example.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And like, you really get to appreciate specific moments. So like being assertive starts at the house as a young age. It's not one of those things, once I reach, a certain age, then I should automatically become. No, it's just like any sort of thing. You got to start off with a basketball, shoot it a couple times. You're going to airball a whole bunch of shots, but eventually you get muscle memory, right? So being assertive is the same exact way. At the beginning, it's like, you know what? This is almost a tangent, but it's kind of, I feel like it really relates. Being the nice guy is going to bite you in the ass.
That's facts.
Okay?
Yeah.
Being the nice guy, in my opinion, is a person that's not assertive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now, it's cool. The rental car industry, forget men, forget women, forget relationships and all this stuff, right? The rental car industry. We're really like really cool people. We're good to do business with. We fulfill our promises and blah, 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 blah. A customer, has like a little bit of a curb rash. We're like, how many times in the past we're like, Mashia, let it go. It's not that bad. We're cool, man. We're cool. They're going to be back. They're going to be this, and they don't come back. Or even if they do, they're going to freaking mess up the rims again.
Right.
And eventually your whole rim is just beyond repair. We're trying to be the cool guy.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say?
100%.
Like long term,
Yeah.
being the freaking nice guy is going to bite you right in the ass.
Yeah.
And then eventually that person's not in your life anymore.
So you know what? That's actually one of the examples I wanted to bring up is being assertive in business. It's almost like, especially, as you get into the realm of business, you meet characters and stuff like that. You will start to see how somebody carries themselves in their business versus how they carry themselves in their personal life. And it literally is like almost like a completely split personality.
You think so?
100%. 100%. Because you can have, like, let's say, for example, you can have like a father who maybe you guys have like a barbecue in the backyard, families all together, this and that. He's on the grill, he's goofing around, he's childish, he's not really childish, but just joking around, he's having a good time. Hey, you having a good time? Hey, did you eat enough? Hey, can I get you something? You know what I mean? He's taking care of everybody. He seems like, wow, what a great person.
Yeah.
The moment you step in the office with that guy, he's not laughing. Jokes are done. The moment he clocks in, he's on the phone yelling, arguing, negotiating. And the thing is like, here's the trippy part, is you might look at his behavior at his place of business. You might look at it, you might analyze him, you'd be like, yo, dude, what? Like, I thought he was a chill guy. I don't want to be with this guy anymore. But then you realize what? He gets things done. And then you realize what? He does things in that manner to make sure everything is fair for all parties included. He's going to be assertive. He's going to be aggressive. He's going to negotiate the hell out of everything. Why?
Yeah.
To make sure it's fair for everybody. And then now you take a step back, you look at his personality, who was aggressive and like angry and this and that. And now you look and you're like, wow, that's a good man. And you recognize the importance of being assertive.
Because guess what? When it comes down to business, specifically, the guy gets it done. But look, if anyone that's trying to like mess around with the guy or jip him or this or that, they're gonna think twice and be like, you know what? That's not that guy.
And he's gonna catch on, and
because how many times, bro?
He's gonna do what's necessary.
How many times have you noticed this in other people, other business people, yourself, family, blah blah blah, where they're like, oh, it's medic. That's cool. He'll be cool with it.
Right.
I realize he's okay with it. And there's Mustafa, for example, right? No, we can't mess with that dude. He's way too by the book.
Right.
That will not slide with him.
100%. Dude, a perfect example is what? A perfect example is so like whenever we're doing like sugarcane stuff, I have a bunch of examples with sugarcane stuff, by the way. It's so much fun.
I'm sure it is.
Because anyway, so a perfect example with the sugarcane stuff is like, if I'm managing the booth, the employees are chill, we joke around, we're goofing off, this and that. It's only when like times get really, really tense, where I'm just like, yo, you, here, stop that, get off your phone. All right, you, on to juicing, make drinks. here, grab this, go, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like, I'll get in the mode. You know what I mean? I'll get in the mode and I'll start like class. You know what I mean? We got to get serious.
Right, it's time.
But like, if I'm at an event, Ahmed pulls up randomly. Oh, everybody's on their A game, dude. Everybody's on their A game.
Yeah.
You know? Because I'll be honest, dude. Ahmed's like, he's kind of assertive, but he's also kind of a micromanager, you know?
Is authoritative.
He's very, very authoritative, you know? So he's kind of a little bit over too much with it.
Yeah.
But once again, they give him that respect.
Yeah.
And they're on their A game, you know? One example I wanted to say was kind of hilarious. And this is actually, it's perfect for like at work and like women. There'll be so many times where I'll be at the register and like, you know, on the register, you got to interact with people.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta be assertive with every little thing. Somebody comes up, they look at the menu. I don't just sit there and go, if you have any questions, let me know. Or I just go, whenever you're ready, I'll be waiting.
Especially when you have a line.
Are you in the mood for something sweet or refreshing?
Yep. Especially.
And they're like, huh? What? Refreshing. You like coconut water? They're like, yeah. You like pineapple? Yeah. You like strawberry? Yeah. And then,
Go screw yourself.
no, this is my top riz right here, bro. I'd be like, you like coconut water? Yeah. You like pineapple? Yeah. You like strawberry? Yeah. Am I going to make you my favorite drink?
Gosh. Men and women.
But I'll legit just be like, am I going to make you my favorite drink? And then just be like, hell yeah. They don't know that the drink I just named out to them is $1 extra from the regular price because I'm adding a third flavor. They pay it.
Yeah.
They pay it.
But you offer them that service, bro. It's that experience.
Listen, I made it charming.
Yeah.
Right? I made it charming. I got them to where they needed to get. Yeah. They looked at the menu. There's so many options. They're confused. I literally grabbed them by the hand and I assertively just guided them through to something that they're going to enjoy. Because why are they taking forever to look at the menu? Yeah. Because they're like, dude, if I'm going to spend this money, I want to enjoy it. I take them there. If I'm not assertive about it, it's not going to get done.
Best believe the next time they ever return back, they'll be like, hold on, that guy with the hair, he said it was his favorite drink.
Best believe, when you put your heart and soul into the recommendation, not your heart and soul, calm down. But when you're assertive about it, you put your heart into the recommendation, they hella tip.
Dude, for sure.
Hey, hella tip.
Because it's an experience.
Absolutely.
Sold them on an experience.
Here's another important part about the reason why you need to be assertive, especially in the realm of business. Dude, what happens in business?
A lot of scamming.
The uncontrollables. We'll talk about the scamming maybe, hopefully. We'll talk about scamming later. Yeah. But the uncontrollables. You know how many times we'll be at an event and we'll sit there and be like, oh my God, Mustafa, we're missing something. You know how many times we'll be at an event and like someone hands like one of the employees money and he goes, we don't have change. What do I do? What? I grab it. I go, cool. Start making her drink. I'm going to go get change. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You have to know how to assertively be able to handle the problems that are coming your way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I tell the workers all the time, I'm like, boys, I need assertive behavior. I need assertive behavior. I need assertive behavior. There was one time we were at Riverside a couple of weeks ago for an event. Event was popping. We're raking it. And I had a line from our side all the way across the street.
Nice.
The iPad overheats. I can't take orders. I can't even do cash transactions because the register's connected to the iPad. Everything's shut down. God. So you know what I did? In that moment, I was like, I'm not gonna just sit here and like just die.
Yeah.
Take out the iPad, you hold it in the ice chest until it cools down. Everybody in line, whoever's paying cash, right here. Form a second line. Everybody who's paying card, I appreciate your patience. We're waiting for the iPad to cool down. We'll take your orders in a minute. Boom, start taking cash orders. Somebody hands me a 50. I don't have change. By the time your drink is ready, I'll have your change ready. They don't ask. They don't question it.
Yeah.
They just go, okay. Next person with cash hands me a 20. I'm almost got the first person's change. Yep. You know what I mean? Yep. Boom. All of a sudden, I'm still taking orders. Cash is still coming in. You know what I mean? I was like, dude, in that moment, and it's like, you don't have to be a genius to come up with a solution. Yeah. You just have to be assertive enough
To find a way.
to find a way.
Yeah.
Make it happen. And the thing is, it's like, if it's not the way it normally goes, you have to present it in a way where it's like, this is how we're going to do it now.
Yep. Where you have to lead.
You have to be assertive.
Because you led that crowd.
You have
You
to.
could have, anyone else would be like, all right, guys, well, things out. There's no money. There's no this. There's no that.
You can't be shy about it. You can't be shy about it. That's another thing. You might have the solution, but you might sit there and you might think to yourself, oh my God, well, if I try to do it this way, they might be upset with me. They might think I'm trying to scam. No, be confident, be assertive.
Yep.
And here's the thing about being assertive as well. You have to back it up, dude.
Where your chest got a hard on, dude.
Just
Your chest is bricked up, dude.
you have to be able to. You have to back it up, dude. You have to back it up. You have to be a man of your word, and you have to walk with that level of confidence, and you have to make sure that what you're promising gets done.
And that's the difference. And this is a great transition
Between
being passive and being assertive.
being a nice guy and being a good guy.
That's exactly it.
There's a huge difference. Absolutely.
Mother sucker, bro. That's a mosquito. So
Is it a mosquito or just flipping?
no, that was actually a mosquito.
Oh, mosquitoes are coming back?
Yeah, they're back in back.
Get them.
Oh,
Oh, fuck.
so that is a great transition between being passive or being assertive, right?
Mhm.
So like there is this one study or whatever you want to call it, right? I found on the Mayo Clinic, and basically saying being assertive reduces stress and you're able to communicate better. So what are the pros of being assertive?
Mhm.
Okay, so let me go ahead and make a pull up. So okay, behaving assertively can help you gain self-confidence and self-esteem, gain a sense of empowerment, understand and recognize your feelings, earn respect from others, improve communication, create win-win situations, improve your decision-making skills, create honest relationships, gain more job satisfaction, bro. As I'm going over that list, I'm just thinking about your example that you just gave.
Mm-hmm.
You're assertive. You freaking overall, you made your job, right, that much more better because you got an experience.
No, that last point 100% makes sense, because imagine like when a problem comes up in the middle of work, in the middle of event, in the middle of the line.
Yes. You're like, what are the odds? Just what are the odds?
You're just like fudge. You're just like stressed. So you're literally your mental comes down here.
Yeah.
But you assertively apply a solution, and then next thing you know, you're flipping excited to tell.
Ain't that crazy, bro?
You're excited to tell everybody how you overcame
How
it.
many times have you faced a crappy situation where you like automatically thought at that quick second,
Dude,
like,
conversation is assertive.
it's like, yo, this whole thing has gone to crap.
Yeah.
And then eventually you're like, you know what? I'm just going to do something. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And we'll see if it hits.
The solution's there. I just need to find it.
Solution eventually hits.
Yeah.
And then as you're slowly getting towards your end goal and everything is starting to piece back in, you're just laughing. You're having such a good time. Everyone around you is just like, yeah. Everyone forgot about that negative situation.
Yeah.
And guess what? That negative situation turned in, you made an opportunity. You saw the opportunity for it to be positive and you took it. So instead of just dwelling and having everything like that negative situation turn into negative Yelp reviews, to people never coming back and people talking crap about your brand, you turned such a negative situation to, all right, guys, check it out, blah, 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 blah. And then little by little, the staff started to back you up, because now they're like, all right, it's starting to flow again. We're back. We're getting back on that flow. Eventually, you got what you guys needed to do, or you guys did what you guys needed to do. You guys freaking did it. And guess what? It's a story that you're able to tell to people.
Hell yeah.
So, okay, going on. Here are the cons of being passive. So, passive can lead to stress, resentment, seething anger, feelings of victimization, desire to exact revenge. I don't know if it says exact. Doubting or questioning our own judgments.
You've never heard that phrase, exact revenge?
Never.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I swear. I was like, exact revenge. But nonetheless, right? So, victimization. off being passive.
Yeah. That was a give. That was a gimme.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
can see it.
I read that off and I was like, oh,
You can see it, dude. You
whenever
can see
whenever I hear victimization,
it. Right.
I just, it's part of me.
It makes sense. Someone who's they're not interested in coming up with their own solutions for their problems. They justify their issues. They blame everybody else.
I like that. Someone that's not interested in finding out their own solutions to their problems. That's exactly it.
They're being too passive about the problems that comes their way.
Yeah.
And the part that triggers me the most is they sit there and they go, this is what Allah decided for me. Bro, you know what's been like one of the most motivational things in my life right now?
What?
I look at everything that I get hit with and I go, this is what Allah trusts me to grow from? Oh, He wants me to flipping be the best. He wants me to be dope. He wants me to flipping, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if He's testing me with this and then that and this on top of it, no, He wants me to reach an elite level status in this world, in His eyes. Every time I get another test from Allah, I swear to God, I sit there and I'm just like, why? Let's flip and go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like, no, without a doubt, I have that moment where I'm like, yo, is Allah mad at me? You know what I mean? Like I check myself only enough to hold myself accountable to maybe I did something wrong and maybe Allah is upset with me. I check myself without a doubt. But at the same time, like I said, I don't see it as like, this is what you're destined for.
Yeah.
You're just going to fail right now. No, I see it as like, dude, this is an opportunity for you to learn, grow from it, apply it, and then add that new skill set to your arsenal.
Yep.
And now you're that much stronger. Now you're that much better. Now you're that much smarter.
And I like the last part, that last point that said like we start doubting our own self-judgment.
Yeah.
Going back to the whole boyfriend, girlfriend, had a relationship, whatever.
Right.
That,
of course.
that whole scenario. A man is not being assertive. A man's not even, and it's not even to the point of just, oh, what do you want to eat? I don't know. Let's just get that. That's just whatever.
Yeah.
You know, a relationship is not going to be broken because of just, you know, that one specific incident.
Right.
You get what I'm trying to say? I get why women want assertive men, especially if their fathers were assertive, especially if their fathers are go-getters, and that they ask for what they want. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense. A person that is passive, in my opinion, right, at least regarding to this whole thing, there's pros and there's cons to everything, right? But being passive means that you're able to settle, right? And settling not to the point where it's like you're happy with it. It's settling to the point where like you're getting less than what you deserve.
Mm-hmm.
Ask for what you want. That's as simple as it is. When I was in sales, whenever I used to like have these questions about like just being stumped when I used to sell medical devices, my manager used to tell us like, hey, look, ask for what you want. You want an appointment? Ask for it. You want their business? Hey, I want to get your business. How can we do that? Like, how can we get your business? Ask. Don't be all slick like, I was just wondering. I'm just following up just to see how you are doing and how your whole thing. I hate that whole thing. I'm just. No. What's up? I want to do this. I'm trying to do this. How are we going to get this done?
Dude, the sooner you get a no, the sooner you're comfortable.
Yeah.
The sooner you get that no from someone, you're like, cool, awesome. You put them on this list and you move on, dude.
Well, it depends, because that's where negotiations typically start. Negotiations typically start at the no.
Uh-huh.
It's like, say if we're trying to negotiate a price.
I get you.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Negotiate.
I meant it in the sense of like the people who are just like, do me a favor. Like I would much rather, if I'm hitting up a call list, I'd much rather somebody just tell me, go F yourself, take me off this list. That is the best answer for me.
True.
I mean, in terms of like the rejection side,
I get it.
That's the best answer for me, because I'm just like, you know, when somebody goes, oh yeah, you know what? Call me back tomorrow.
You're going to get that. a lot in sales.
You know what I'm saying? And then you call them tomorrow, no answer. Call them the next day, no answer.
Yeah.
Hey, I was following up. You told me to call you. You told me to call you. Told me to call you. Give me the F off so I can F off.
True.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean.
So whenever I think of the word passive, or a person is contributing to being passive, I think of the term, it's okay. Oh, it's okay. I know that I told you to do something, but you didn't do it. Oh, it's okay. I know that I wanted something really, really badly, and I was able, and I told you about it, and I was relying on you to do what you said that you were going to do, but you didn't. It's okay.
Right.
Oh, it's okay. They hit you up with that. There's so many it's okays till it's not okay anymore.
Yeah.
And so many people have been living life just getting all the shit thrown at them. It's okay. Oh, no, it's fine. No, it's all good. No, dude. Stay out of business. It's not okay. And you have to let them know. There's so many times growing up, and this is personal, that like when I was like a little kid, and even throughout like my teen years, right, that I'd always say that it's okay. Oh, it's fine. You effed up. It's okay. You told me something that you disrespected me right now. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Guess what? When I started to be some sort of, I put the freaking ass in assertive. Legit. Like when I was being asked to everyone, hold up, pause. You put the ass in assertive.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
But like, you have to be, when I started to stand on business, when I started to just kind of catch people, I'm like, yo, no. I trusted you. You effed up.
No, I like this a lot.
People started to pay attention.
Yeah.
People started to then respect me.
Yeah, because you're literally, like you were saying earlier, ask for what you want. No, you're demanding respect.
And guess what? Whenever I talk to someone, whether it's a guy or a girl, and they'd be like, oh, this and that, and blah, blah, they're giving me like, they're kind of pushing me over to the side. Two things. Leave them. Be like, if it's a girl, it's just whatever, dude. You know what I'm saying? Go screw yourself.
Right.
I get it. Whatever. Yalla. Hal anni. Next. You know what I'm saying? Had a relationship. So like, if it's like, someone that is like you're trying to do business with or whatever it is, yo, you told me I'm going to call you back. You've been dishing me. You know what I'm saying? You've been like pushing me over to the side. Do you want, like, are you going to waste my time right now or what?
Right.
It sounds like you're being a complete Richard about it. You know what I'm saying? But no, you're demanding that person's, you're demanding your respect.
Yeah.
You're standing on business. You're being able to like basically professionally say, hey, look, my time is not to be effed with. I am not a person to be effed with. You have to stand on it, man. By no means am I saying every small minor inconvenience that someone does, that you're just standing up and you're trying to blow it out of proportion. I'm not trying to get to that, right? We all know people like that. They're not fun to be around.
Yeah.
Some things is actually okay.
Yeah, no, 100%. I wanted
the minor things are okay.
Yeah, no. You have to be able to recognize, like you said, like you have to be able to recognize, like, if it's significant enough to where you shouldn't just let it slide, you got to make that stop. You can't be scared of the outcome of that situation.
Yep.
You have to make that stop, and you have to regulate. Think of it as that. Think of it as regulating. You know what I'm saying? Because going back to the whole idea of a good guy or a good businessman, he doesn't do things assertively for the sake of stepping on people's necks. No, he does things for the sake of making sure everything is regulated.
Fairness.
And the other thing, really the last thing I wanted to really mention is, like, nobody likes a micromanager, right? And even though we're talking about, hey, it's important for men to be assertive in every realm of life. It is absolutely important. But don't go above and beyond and like start making it a pissing contest.
Yeah.
To where it's like, irrational stuff here and there. It's like, no, it's my way or the it's not about my way or the highway.
It's supposed to be here, not there.
It's not my way or the highway. It's about what's best.
Yeah.
It's also about saving time. And it's also about getting things done that need to be gotten done. But otherwise, I personally, there's a lot of situations where I really don't.
Yeah, it's not.
I really don't mind just being passive about it.
Correct.
Like, for example, like when we're at the boys, right? Alhamdulillah, we all have alpha personalities, right? We all have assertive behaviors, okay? But when it comes down to it, like if we're going to sit in there and fight and like, oh, no, we're going to hang out at my house. No, at my place. No, we're doing it at my place. It's like, dude, pick a spot and let's move.
Yeah.
I don't need to be the one who makes that decision.
It's not that important.
It's not that deep.
Yeah.
But really
choose when to be assertive.
No, absolutely.
When to be.
Absolutely.
Pick your battles, basically.
100%.
I like what you said. I like what you said when you specifically said that, like, it's for what's best.
Yeah.
That brings me to a family / marriage situation.
Mm-hmm.
As the man, we are the leaders.
Yep.
We're that people that have to act on what's best for our family.
Yeah.
Not what's best for myself.
We are the shepherd.
Legit, you have to guide. You have to guide. As a business owner, same thing. Basically, those employees of yours are your family members.
Mm-hmm.
You're living with them, basically. You're spending the majority of your life. If you have a family, you're spending more time with them for the most part than you are with your actual wife and kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They are your family. You have to guide them to whatever is best for all of us. And whenever like employees catch wind that you're trying to just do something for your own benefit because you're selfish and that you're greedy and blah, blah, blah,
Mm-hmm.
you're not going to want to work hard. You're not going to want to try to even be a part of that. So it's going to be a detriment not only to yourself, but to your business and the people around you. So it's not worth it. So with that being said, man, those are my final words. I think this has been a freaking dope talk.
I love this conversation already.
Don't forget, boys, to be basically the ass and assertive, dude. Say what you want. Ask for what you want. Don't be a little biche. With that being said, like, subscribe, and comment, all right? We're being assertive. All right. Peace, baby.
Peace.
I guess we're going to end it like that.